This is 91.3 FM, WCUW in Worcester, with a recorded interview with actress, director, Jessica Cameron. Jessica, thank you for coming back on the show with us.
My pleasure. Thank you so very much for having me.
Now, your father, James Cameron, must be very proud of you that you followed in his footsteps, right?
Right? It's funny that you mentioned that because sometimes people do think that they just assume that, of course, Left and Cameron from Canada have to be related. So sadly, we are not, or else I would be making low-budget horror films. However, I would love to meet him one day.
And you're not a super religious freak, so you're not related to Kirk Cameron either, then.
Thank God, no. But I did receive a really comical email at some point from a hardcore Christian film asking me to be involved in their movie, and I was like, why are they sending this to me? Like, I'm clearly the wrong person for the job. Have you never looked at anything I've ever done in your life? And towards the very bottom of this very lengthy email, it said, oh, and if you could please pass it along to your brother Kirk, we have a role that would be perfect for him, too. And I was like, I think you should check out my reel, at which point I kill someone and I'm covered in blood.
And did they respond back to that?
No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're like, she's the devil. Avoid her at all costs.
Yeah, your films, you have been killed fantastically disgusting, beautiful ways.
Well, thank you.
And you have a film that you directed yourself that you were beginning production on the last time I spoke to you last year.
Correct. We actually filmed it April 25th to early March, and it's called Truth or Dare, and it's doing the festival circuit, and right now we're at 27 awards and counting.
You won 27 awards?
Or 28, I'm not sure.
Wow.
28. Sorry, it's hard to keep track because it seems like every time we do a festival, we win more. So yeah, we're at 28 awards and counting. It's pretty exciting for us.
That is amazing.
Thanks.
I actually
It's
have.
an honor to be nominated.
That is, yeah, wow, that is amazing. I actually have a short horror comedy I'm currently kind of working on.
Oh, nice. Good luck with that.
Yeah. So your film, tell everyone who's not familiar with it, a little bit what your film's about.
Truth or Dare is about a group of friends who get overnight fame by playing Truth or Dare games online, and everything goes horribly awry when their number one fan decides he wants to play with them.
And who are some of the actors and actresses in the movie?
You know what? I was so lucky. I got my dream independent cast. So our villain is played by Ryan Kaiser, and then we round out the cast with Ebony Pinn, Heather Dorff, Brandon Van Vliet, Shelby Stalin, and Jesse Wilson, with cameo appearances by Gray Drake. So we really had a great time.
What do you find it more challenging to be a director than a actress getting stabbed to death?
It absolutely is. There's just so much more you have to pay attention to. It's a much more strenuous and time-consuming job. You know, you have to pay attention to every actor, what everyone's dealing with. As an actor, you just have to focus on your own character and what they're doing, thinking, pursuing. So it's quite a different animal to have to focus on everyone.
In your film, how many people die?
I can't tell you that. That'd be a spoiler, but stay tuned.
What was the most memorable death in your film?
Come on, that would take away all the fun.
Don't say who dies, just say how they die.
No, because here's the thing you'll never see. We have some really original kills. I will say there's one death scene to which our actor, Shelby, when he was enacting it, he actually vomited mid-scene. Not a lot, just a little. And he actually gets sort of, his head moves up and goes over vomit, and then he gets back to doing what he was doing. And we kept that take specifically, so it's actually in the final cut of the film. So if you see the film, you can talk to me, and I'll make sure you'll know which one it is when you see it. But it was so much he had to vomit, which I think is pretty high grade to make the people on set sick.
Besides the directing of your own film, what have you been working on that you've acted in?
Well, right now we've been focusing a lot on Utero. I shot this a couple months ago. It's this wonderful tale about a young agoraphobic unwed mother who begins to believe that her child is in fact a monster, specifically a spider monster. So it's a great film that's by Brian Coyne, and it's just a really wonderful tale that I felt so connected to. I shot the tour in London, England, with Heather Dorff, who is in Truth or Dare, and that was just an amazing, like, life-changing experience to be able to film there and work with some of the best cast and crew members I've ever seen in my life. So I can't wait for that to come out. I have A Grim Becoming, which is currently in post-production. So I know that the boys from Buffalo, they're going to be Stepstone Pictures. They're going to be doing, I believe, the premiere this summer. So that's really fun. Intrusive Behavior, which I shot also with Heather Dorff in Florida, is currently getting reworked into the final editing stage and should be approaching distribution shortly. And then Potpourri is on Netflix. The Black Dahlia Haunting is still available at outlets. So it's been a really busy little bit there.
Has there been anything that you really wanted to do that you had to pass up because of your focus on your own project?
You know, there's always certain things that you have to give up, mainly for scheduling. You know, the reality of the matter is just not everything can be scheduled and to fit in. You know, as much as I wish I could, there's just not enough hours in the day. So there certainly has been, but, you know, there'll be other opportunities, other chances.
What advice do you have for filmmakers to get their project out? How long did it take you to work on Truth or Dare?
Well, we started pre-production in January of last year, and then we started filming April 25th, and then we had a completed cut of the film color corrected with sound design and score by the fall.
But leading up to that, how long did that take?
Okay, there was no that is leading up. You know, we wrote the script probably November, December. Like, the later draft of the script anyways. So, I mean, we did it really quickly. A lot of people can spend sometimes years on post-production, which I think is very counterproductive. So we tried to do it a very fast month from the start of shooting.
Who were some of your partners involved, like other producers and stuff?
Jonathan Higgins was the other producer and co-writer. He was active through the entire process. But he's fantastic. He actually co-wrote the film, so he knew the story very, very well. And then he also produced Utero with me.
He also produced what?
Utero. I said that was the other film that we shot earlier this year.
Okay. Have you ever thought about getting into any type of, like, horror animation?
I haven't, only because I don't really have a passion for animation. So would I be a part of it if somebody else was doing it and I wanted me to do voice? Absolutely. But is it something that I really want to aggressively pursue and raise funding for? But I just don't have a passion for it.
What about, like, a TV series or a web series?
You know, as a web series goes, I really enjoy web series, but I'm not a fan of producing or directing them, only because they tend to not make money. So it's really hard to monetize a web series. TV series, I'm definitely not opposed to, but an opportunity hasn't arisen yet. So as long as I can tell the stories I want, I don't really care about the medium. But it is to generate a profit otherwise.
I don't know. Web series, you can have, like, a commercial, you know, like a business or company, you know, put together a commercial that you run with every episode of your web series.
There's a lot more to it, though. It's really, really tricky. It's really challenging. So are there ways? Absolutely. Is it something that I really care to spend a lot of time on? Not at this point. It's just, if you look statistically at web series and those who make them, there's very few that are in profit.
It's good to know. I had an idea for a web series. Now I don't want to do it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. You're better off to do it if you're not going to do anything. I mean, if you're just sitting at home watching TV, you might as well make something, whether it makes you money or not. But I do this as a living. You know, this is my career. So making money is paramount for me. You know, it's not a hobby, and I don't treat it as such. So I think it just sort of depends on what you want to get out of it. I think a lot of people that want to do web series are great because you don't have to have, you know, the best quality end product. You can go to waste a lot more. They're shorter. They're faster. You don't have to have all the best lighting. So there's a lot of advantages that can make, you know, if you're just sort of trying to get your feet wet in the industry, a web series is very, very accessible.
Yeah, I've been sitting on the web series idea for several years now, and it only recently came back into my head to want to do, and I want to do something with it, but besides just doing it like, oh, this would be fun to do, like, you know, it's it's a little, it's supposed to be a bit of a parody of kind of several films. Do you have was Truth or Dare your passion project since you created it to get it done, or do you have others that you in the back of your mind that you are striving for to get completed?
Oh, I have so many that I want to do. I have so many that I can't wait to do that I'm incredibly excited for. This is just sort of the first one that made sense given the budget, the people that we had that I could have access to, and the shooting schedule that I could afford.
What film festivals are you going to next with the film?
Well, we are really, really phenomenally excited because we are going to announce this year first. We have been accepted into Seattle Crypticon, which is the weekend of May 23rd to 25th. So hopefully everybody can come out and see it. I will be there to host, and it's going to be really awesome. I'm really, really, really I'm really excited.
Other cons and film festivals coming up that you're going to?
Well, right now we can't really. The other ones are not official as of yet, so it's just sort of stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more that we announce, but we have to wait till we get the approval to go ahead. But we keep them all very clearly listed on our website, truthordarethemovie.com, as well as our actual Facebook page. So definitely stay tuned.
Cool. And is there a website for your film?
There is, truthordarethemovie.com.
And it has a Facebook page and a Twitter as well, I believe, right?
Oh, absolutely. We are very active on social media for both Truth or Dare as well as Utero. We are big fans of giving stuff away, so come on over, like our pages, get and stay involved, and possibly win some free swag.
Possibly for some what?
Win some free swag. We like to do a lot of giveaways.
Definitely. Excellent. Well,
Jess, I think that's just key to having fun online is to win free stuff.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. Being as busy as you are, have you had a chance to go out into theaters and see any of the horror movies that have come out the last several months?
You know what? I have. I saw Oculus, which I think is great because I love Mike Flanagan, and I think he's just a really great person. So I was really thrilled to see what his latest concoction was. I actually just went to go see Cheap Sabotage, the new Arnold Schwarzenegger film. That was really interesting because I'm not an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, but I do appreciate what he brings to the table. And I thought they wrote it really cool, and I thought there was really strong female performances. So not a horror film, but definitely has some horror elements.
Cool. Don't have your friend read my review of Oculus. I was not very. I was favorable to certain things. I was not a big fan of that movie. I went to that movie with such hopes, and I came out. I was like, ah.
Yeah, but see, I think that's where I don't know. I think that might be what made the difference. Because for me, it's not scary. And I tell people that I don't even necessarily consider it a horror film per se, but that's how it's being built and marketed because it didn't scare me or put fear or anything like that in me. But I kind of understood, like I knew the basic storyline, and I was like, there's nothing you can do in a movie that's going to make me scared of a mirror. Like, that's just not going to happen, So I kind of went into it under that understanding.
Yep.
So a lot of the people who I've spoken to who did not like the film said that, they were expecting it to be this horror film, this scary, frightening thing, and that's not what it is. And that's what I said to them. I'm like, no, it's more, for me anyways, it's much more of a drama that has some horror element to it. So when you put it like that, I think people kind of understand it a little bit more because it's definitely not like it's very different than Truth or Dare, for example, or other horror films.
Yeah, a lot of people before the movie came out had been comparing it to Mirrors starring Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, see, I haven't seen that one yet. I really have to.
Oh my god, you really have to. Amy Smart has this scene in the movie that just will make you freaking just... God! It's like one of those scenes. And, and then, of course, in my review, I'm saying, half the time I'm expecting the doctor to show up to save Amy. I mean, Karen Gillan's character from the tragedy to falling. Like, I kept watching it and, trying to get out of the mindset of this is Karen Gillan. She's an actress and she's going to do many things. No, she's Amy Powell from Doctor Who. And the doctor is going to save her and defeat the evil mirror. That didn't happen.
It's one of those things where I think just understand, like I said, when I went in with a different level of understanding, but I think it definitely helps. But that being said, I think, did you see his previous film, Absentia?
What was the name?
Did you see Mike's previous film, the director-writer? He did a movie called Absentia.
No, I had actually never heard of him until Oculus came out.
Well, you probably wouldn't to me, it's got a very similar tone.
Uh-huh.
So, again, because I liked Absentia for what it was, the tone to me is very comparable to Oculus.
Gotcha. Well,
I understood what I was going to get myself into.
You should definitely I highly recommend because I just bought tickets for my son and I to go see it at IMAX, the new Godzilla.
Ooh, I've been wanting to see that.
Yes, I think that will be the best. I mean, it's not obviously Godzilla's not a horror movie, but it is definitely a horror-centric film. Giant monster, and Godzilla looks completely terrifying in the new movie. So obviously there's horror elements, even though it is a mix of a horror, science fiction, action film. I think Godzilla will probably be the biggest, not only one of the biggest films of the year, no pun intended, but also one of the biggest horror movies of the year.
Nice. I will have to check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we appreciate you coming back on the show with us to talk a little bit about your film, and we look forward to finally viewing it once we have a chance, and we will give it the Radio of Horror criticism. No, we will probably love it. We will probably love it. I saw the trailer, and I really liked the trailer, so.
Thanks. We're actually working on a brand new trailer right now, so hopefully sooner rather than later we'll have another one for you.
Awesome. Cool. Well,
we want
again,
one that's updated currently with all the new stuff, because there's just so much going on.
Cool. Well, thank you so much again for coming back on the show with us.
Oh, no problem. My absolute pleasure. I hope you have a wonderful night.
You too.